Barcelona lose to Las Palmas 2-1. 2-1. A surprise, shock result which nobody expected before the game. Everyone, when they entered this game, every single fan, even myself, when I did my watch along, I had no sort of expectation whatsoever that Las Palmas could get even 1 point from this game. But they managed to win. Surprise result, 3-1. They could have scored more goals. Today we saw a version of Barcelona which I haven't seen so far this season. The management by Hansi Flick, by taking players out, keeping players on, taking them off, bringing players on, was very, very weird to me. But we'll talk about everything. We'll talk about how they lost. We'll talk about how Las Palmas did what they did. And we'll talk about how Barcelona lost. And in my opinion, some of it goes to Hansi Flick on the management, on taking players out and bringing players on. But before we start, don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out, by the way, we hit 40,000. All of you guys. I love all of you guys. Whether it's Barca, Madrid fans, Premier League fans. I love all of you guys. And also one more thing. Special announcement. This is my last ever match review in this room. Starting from tomorrow, you guys will be seeing me in a complete different setup. I'll miss this. I'll miss all of this. I'll miss this, man. Anyway, no more nonsense. Let's go straight into it. Barcelona. I'm going to be so real with you. From the first minute, like, don't look at this and be deceived. From the first minute to the end, I felt like Las Palmas had their chances. The first half, Las Palmas was the better team. The first half, Las Palmas had 2 chances. Sandro had a chance. The right back, Vivi, whatever his name is, what's his name? Viti had a chance. Fabio Silva had a chance the first half, but they had the better chances. The only really chance which came to Barcelona was the end of the first half, where it was Rafinha, where great pass by Pedri. Rafinha went by one person, 2 people, it hit the crossbar, that's it. Barcelona didn't really create, and I look at that midfield, and it started from that midfield. I didn't think Gavi and Pedri was very well together, and Lamine was so bad in that first half. He was so bad in that first half. Missed about 3 to 4 chances. Pablo Torre was, for me, the best player in the first half. I think he had the best moments. He had the best passing. He had the best chances. He was moving the ball well, creating it well. And, of course, I think the biggest thing about the first half was, of course, Balde and his injury, which looked very, very scary. I mean, look at it from the first thing, of course, his neck connected with Sandro's shoulder, and it looked very, very dangerous. At one point, I saw him coughing blood, and I saw him coughing so bad, and he was asking for help. Barcelona never brought any sort of stretchers. It took so late for them to bring the stretch. It looked very, very bad. It looked very, very scary, honestly. So hopefully prayers goes to Balde, and hopefully he becomes better again. Yes, this is a rivalry. We don't like you guys. You don't like us. But at the same time, we keep it very respectable. We will never wish any sort of injury. Specifically, forget injury. This looked very, very scary. Like, forget this isn't injury. Like, I care about his life. That the fact that he couldn't breathe, that was it looked scary. But yeah, hopefully everything goes well with him. And then the second half, I said it in the watch along, and I think everyone agreed in the watch along that Fermin Lopez should be taken out, and Pablo Torre was the best player. So I expected Lamine Yamal to come on anyway. I expected Dani Olmo to come on. I expected those 2 players to come on, but I expected what was going to happen. I thought Rafinha was going on the left-hand side, Lamine Yamal was going to go on the right-hand side, and then Pablo Torre was going to go in the middle. And then I saw Pablo Torre gets taken out. The fact that he's on 6.1, again, you guys already know me if you guys have been watching my content enough. I don't like the ratings. The ratings isn't really a justification on the actual game itself. So the fact that he was on 6.1 for me was absolutely insane. He was the best player on the pitch, bro, in the first half. Fermin Lopez stayed on, which made absolute no sense because he continued his form from the first half to the second half. And he was missing chances. He was breaking up plays. He was moving very selfish. When he should be passing, he decides to shoot. When he should be shooting, he was passing. He was just breaking up possessions for no reason, and it didn't look well for Barcelona's sake. And Pablo Torre was complete opposite. He was the one moving along, creating the passing chances, the passing lanes, and he was taken out. As a Madrid fan, I was happy with it. But that was the first substitution. Lamine Yamal came on, and he had his moments in that second half. And then, out of nowhere, against the run-up play, Sandro Ramirez scores a goal, which was a very, very massive highlight of Pedri and Gavi together, because the goal came out of nowhere. It was literally from the goal kick of Citizen, McKenna, one pass straight through the middle between the midfielders and the attack, and boom, Rodriguez straight pass to Sandro. Sandro 1-0. The fact that there was so much space between Pedri and Gavi and the midfield is something which I haven't seen from Barcelona this season. I've seen it from Madrid. That's been one of our biggest problems, where the spaces between the midfield and the defense is so evident. Barcelona, today's game, you could clearly see they missed Casado's presence. Not only going forward, not only trying to create going forward, but most importantly, defensively. Casado's absence was so highlighted today, especially on that defensive end. Because I don't think that first goal would have happened without Casado, if Casado was playing. Gavi, we'll talk about the worst three players and the best three players. Then Barcelona came straight away, scored that second goal by Rafinha. Great finish, by the way. Pass from Pedri. Rafinha created from out of nothing, really. It wasn't really a chance which I expected him to score. Managed to move past two people, and great finish past Citizen. Then from there, I expected, all right, shit, the momentum now is on Barcelona. I expected Barcelona to pretty much control it, moving forward. The goal even came, what minute was it? The 61 minute. They had a full 30 minutes to score a second goal. They came close certain moments, and then straight after that, once again, no space between that midfield. A pass. Who was it who passed it? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Muniz. I think Muniz assisted Sandro, and Rodrigo managed to find a pass to Fabio Silva, who was defended by Fort. Fort came on, was defended by Fort. Fort was completely off in the sense of he didn't really try to beat the offside trap, because you could see Jaron Martin and Inigo Martinez, Combasi all stepping forward. Baldi was standing way too deep, and he allowed Fabio Silva to pretty much push him around and finish. And to be fair, Inaki Peña didn't really try to push, to dive, or to do something crazy. 2-1, and from there, bro, Barcelona did not create a single chance after that. It felt like the only really identity which they had was pass it to who? To Lamine Yamal. Because of the substitution which came afterwards. After that goal, what's his name? Hansi Flick decided to do. He was like, you know what? I'll bring on Frenkie de Jong. I'll bring on Ferran Torres, and I'll bring on Fort. No, sorry, Fort was before. Them two came on. Hold on. No, sorry. Them two came on before that. And I'll talk about it. I'll give you my three main takeaways. You bringing on Frenkie de Jong makes no sense, just because of the fact Pedri and Frenkie, they can't play together. So you're basically putting Frenkie and Pedri together when this whole season has been highlighted they can't play together. Fort coming on made no sense, but I kind of hear it because Koundé wasn't any better. You bringing on Ferran Torres and play him as a 10, my brother, wallah, that, as a Madrid fan, I was happy, but I'm surprised of the in-game management that makes no sense for his own sake. I'm going to be real. The worst three players for Barcelona. The first is Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez, from last game to this game, missing chances, making no sense, moving into pockets which he should not be moving to. He's been very selfish. You could see he's desperate for a goal. But the last two games, He was so bad. So bad. Gavi, bad. Bad game by Gavi, especially that first goal where he got beaten so easily. Gavi once, the chance which they had in the first half, but the first goal, that space between the midfield, he was nowhere to be seen. He thought he was playing as an 8. My brother, you're 6. So bad. And Koundé, I can't lie, ever since the mistake against Celta Vigo, you could clearly see Koundé is lacking confidence, and you could clearly see whenever he goes forward, he's a bit hesitant. Should I progress further or should I pass it back? There was a moment in the first half where he had so much space to progress with it and cross it. What he decides to do, he decides to pass it back. He looks like a player that's lacking so much confidence, especially after that Celta Vigo performance. And of course, he came out and said, that loss is on me. Clearly, that loss is on you. But at the moment, you haven't really recovered well. In terms of the best 3 players for Barcelona, Inigo Martinez deserves a massive praise for that performance, especially that he was the best person in that back line. For me, Pablo Torre was very good in that first half. And Pedri, again, standard game for Pedri in the sense of assist. And he was the only really person that moved the ball along. The moment Frankie came on, I did not see Pedri at all. I felt Pedri's game got impacted when Frankie came on because Frankie is basically asking to do the same thing as Pedri. Both of these 2 players are doing the exact same thing. That's why I don't understand why Hansi Flick keep doing it for Barcelona. Why would you bring on Frankie when you've got Pedri doing the exact same thing? You're basically asking 2 players to do the same thing, but that's only 1 ball. That's not 2 balls. That's only 1 ball. So you have to basically share the ball between 2 players who wants the same thing, which makes no sense. But for Barcelona, you guys are now 4 points ahead of the Real Madrid. Real Madrid have got 2 games in hand. We're playing tomorrow against Getafe, and we've got a game in hand against Valencia. If we win our 2 games in hands, we'll be above you, 2 points ahead of you guys. Everything that you guys have been saying this season, everything that you guys have been saying that you beat us 4-0, you guys are unstoppable defensively, the most goals, fewest goals conceded, most goals scored, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha Ballon d'Or, Liwa Ballon d'Or. The fact that the past 4 games, Sociedad, Celta Vigo, and now this, hey man, is the purple patch over or what? Is the purple patch over or what? Because certainly, again, I'm not saying this is Lamine dependence because Lamine Yamal came on in the second half, but I did feel Liwa for the past couple of games has been completely ghosting. He's not making the right movement. He's not making the right spaces. Rafinha, yes, he scored today and he was the man of the match of last game. He's trying his best to do his thing. I feel like certain players are now lacking and underperforming, which is very different. Koundé has been underperforming. Fermin Lopez has been underperforming. Dani Olmo, of course, I don't know what his situation is because he never came on. That's very strange. He never came on. I don't know if he's injured, if he's sick. The fact that he never came on for me is strange. But I can't lie. There is at the moment a question mark on what is going on in Barcelona. And that question mark is really and truly, they don't have anyone beside Lamine that can do something and create something because Barcelona, the only winger that can beat a man 1v1 is Lamine Yamal. Other than that, they don't have anyone. And that's what sometimes when the back line of playing so far deep, you can't beat every single team through the middle. You need wingers that can create something out of nothing. And they never had that person except for Lamine Yamal. But the last couple of games, you could see it. As for Las Palmas, I'm not going to finish this video and not compliment what Las Palmas did because they played exceptionally. Bear in mind, this is not a fluke, by the way. Las Palmas, the last 4 games, look at them, bro. They beat Girona, they beat Rayo Vallecano, they beat Barcelona, and they beat Valencia as well. The past 3 away games, Rayo, Valencia, and Barcelona, all 3 W's. So massive shout out to what they have done. And Las Palmas last season, they had a very good start of the season before they went down. Last season, the start of the season was very, very good, especially what they managed to do. Sandro, bro, he was moving like a person bro, the version of Sandro, beating people taking people 1-2s. Oh my goodness. What a player I saw today. Rodrigo's always the main man in terms of the Capitan for Las Palmas. Munoz was pretty decent. Fabio Silva, of course, I thought he was finished. It looked, ever since he went to Wolves, he never really fulfilled his potential and his promise. But today, the goal was very well taken. Managed to be at full. Great finish. Vici was very good on the right-hand side. Mahmoud did a very good job when Lamine Yamal came on. Citizen made a massive, crucial save to Pedri in that second half and to Lamine Yamal. So for Las Palmas, that was a massive, massive win. I think it's a deserved win. I don't want Barcelona fans to come in the comments and say, oh, we got robbed, X, Y, and Z, this and that. They deserve to win. Las Palmas deserve the win. For that reason, put down in the comments what you, Barcelona fans, think about the game, how you think the game turned out to be, and what you think the main problem is. I'm looking at certain players and they're not playing well for you guys. And I'm looking at Hansi Flick, and I'm saying, couple games now, the in-game management is lacking. But let me know down in the comments. Like I said, guys, we've hit 40,000. I love you guys. Whether you guys are Madrid fans, of course, Barcelona fans, Premier League fans, we've managed to hit 40,000, which is crazy, which I never expected. And again, this is all, you guys are part of this journey. We are creating this community. This is the last time you guys will see this setup. And starting from tomorrow, we are going to be in a complete different setup, but better setup. The goal next is 50,000. And again, thank you. Hello, Las Palmas, baby!